Alright, welcome back everybody to yet another very late, 2-week late whales log for, I guess I should call it a dolphins log, for Star Rail. So, as you can see, we've got a new character here in front of us suffering from another bout of Mara. She plays the animation way too much, by the way. But yeah. Here's Jinglu. Let me think here. Jinglu should be our only new character unless we need to go over links. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, we probably need to go over links and whoever came out with her. Do I remember who came out with her? Give me a second. Let's see. So we have links and oh yeah, of course, Fushuan. That's what she came up with. Okay, so we got 3 characters to go over here. So first things first, let's go over Fushuan because she and links came out first. So here's Fushuan. Let's go over her stats real quick. Level 80, obviously. She only has 6,300 HP because I have built her for damage. As you can see here, she's got 48% crit rate and 163% crit damage. And she's got 132 speed. So, yeah, I decided to be a madman and build her as an actual DPS rather than a fully fledged tank support. If you run your Fushuan as tank, I believe you should expect her to have around 8,000 HP. The fact that mine doesn't have anywhere near that means that obviously I'm running her as something else. But yeah. For me, my rationale for me running DPS Fushuan over just standard support tank Fushuan is that I have a very developed count by now, so I don't need to rely on a full-blown support tank build like most players would have to build Fushuan as. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. As a matter of fact, if you are like a free-to-play player, a true free-to-play player, or if you just want to build characters very efficiently, then yes, that's how you should build Fushuan. Because if you don't need to worry about crit stats on Fushuan, then the easier it gets to build her. That goes for any support character who you're not really asking damage out of, or you're not expecting damage out of. So who the fuck cares? Just fuck crit stats, right? So, but yeah. But because my account is super developed and I don't really need to rely as much on like a super hard dedicated tank support, I just went for DPS Fushuan instead, because at that point might as well squeeze as much damage out of my characters as I can, or have them do as much damage as they can, again, to help out with boss kills and whatnot. So yeah, because all your damage does add up over time after all, unless the enemies can somehow heal themselves, in which case you're fucked. But in any case, but yeah, got her a copy of her light cone, obviously S1. All my characters ever since I believe Kafka have been E0 S1. So Fushuan, I would have loved to go for like E2 Fushuan, but unfortunately I couldn't, obviously, given my current financial situation. But she is fully decked out. Her trace tree is fully maxed out. I gave her all her. I think she needed. 5-star characters need 8. Tracks of Destiny total, 2 for their unlockable bonus abilities, and then 6, 2 each for their talents, skills, and ultimates. Yeah, so gave her the full treatment, which is kind of ironic because I intended to give Silverwolf the full Track of Destiny treatment too, but unfortunately I've been neglecting her for a little bit. But now that my Silverwolf actually has, I'll go over this later, but now that my Silverwolf actually has a functional a relic set that I'm comfortable with on her now, yeah, I should probably toss her her last 2 Tracks of Destiny soon. At least her ultimate and skill, her 2 more valuable abilities, they're already tracked out completely. But yeah, I just gotta finish the job here. But anyways, I'll go over Silverwolf later after I'm done introducing going over my new characters. But yeah, Fushuan is fully traced out, so that's good to see. I have her on, as you can see here, since I'm running her as a DPS, I have her with 4-piece, 4-piece Quantum, naturally, and then 2-piece Inert South Soto. Yeah, I decided to go for 2-piece Inert South Soto because she's going to be getting her damage from her ultimate. Mainly, I think there's a wonky way to get damage in like Simulated Universe, where if you go for Abundance and you go for or either abundance or propagation, I guess. You can make, I think you can make Fushun do a ton of damage with her basic attack. But under normal circumstances, and by normal I mean, you know, MOC situations, I decided to commit to two-piece inert Salsode instead, because realistically, Fushun's gonna be getting more damage out of her ultimate than she is her basic attack. So yeah, that's my rationale. That and her relics didn't roll a lot of crit rate stats, so obviously, you know, I decided to go. Another reason why I decided to go for Inner is because, you know, it's got a lower 50% crit rate threshold rather than the 70% with Rudolent Arena. Because yeah, when Fushun activates her skill and gets that extra 12% crit rate, yeah, then her crit rate will go above 50%, and she'll be able to get the the ultimate follow-up damage bonus too. So it's good to see. Naturally, of course, if I can, I'll try to revise her artifacts, give her better artifacts so that they end up getting more crit rate, so that way she can start with 50%. I mean, she's almost there already. Like, literally, I just need to replace one of her relics with, like, something that has a little bit more crit rate. And I don't mind sacrificing a little bit of crit damage for that. Like, I'd be happy if she has at least 150% crit damage, as long as she has, like, what, 50% crit rate. So, for example, if she rolled, like, gloves that instead of HP has, or actually, no, instead of, like, actually, all these stats are actually kind of good on Fushun now that I think about it. But, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe her, her body piece here. Maybe I can look for one that has crit damage, has crit rate as a substat, and that's all I really need, right? Because literally just one crit rate substat, even if it doesn't roll at all, anything into a crit rate, that's all that really matters, right? So maybe I'll look for another crit rate or crit damage, sorry, main stat body piece, just so that I can have her base crit rate start at 50%, and it goes up to what, like, I don't know, 65, something like that, 70% even. So. But yeah, that's her relics. Individually, these are what her pieces look like. HP, attack, double crit for her visor. Gloves is HP, speed, crit damage, break effect. I'm running her with speed boots because, you know, DPS. So unfortunately, this roll I think twice into flat defense, so that kind of fucking blows. But HP, crit rate, effect res, at least the other subsets are relevant. Crit rate, crit damage, main body, main stat body, HP, speed, effect res, break effect. That's actually really good, actually. If only it had crit rate. This is her rope HP because she doesn't really need energy regen. Unfortunately, it rolled double attack, so that kind of sucks. But it did roll a lot into crit damage, so crit damage. I don't know if which one really needs EHR. Yeah, I'm not sure how useful that is. So maybe I could look for a better HP rope too. And then finally her, oh, wrong one. And then finally her quantum damage boost planar. And it's got a little bit of a crit rate, effect res, break effect. Not bad, kind of wish it rolled once more into crit rate so that way she would have, you know, base 50% crit rate. But yeah, those are her stats, and obviously only E0. Again, wish I could take it to E2, but it is what it is. Alright, our next character here, the 4-star that came out with Fushun, Lynx. So, barely our second 4-star healer, so thank God she's here now. These are her stats, 57,000 HP, or 57,000, yeah, I wish. 5,700 HP, she's cooking some fish. She's playing Minecraft. 142 speed, she's very, very fast, which I guess is good. And obviously, her crit stats don't really matter, she's a healer. Oh, I should probably have shown my Fushun's extended stats here. So she's got 40% total break effect, a little bit of energy regen. I don't know actually where she's getting this extra 12% energy regen from. Maybe her light cone? Yeah, it's probably from light cone actually, now that I think about it. 41% effect res. This was really high considering I didn't intend to like stack her with effect res stats. Kind of makes me wonder. This would have been a great opportunity to run her if I ever want to build or respec my Fushun into more of a support role, then yeah, I'll absolutely give her a 2-piece broken keel, so that way she can get another 10% effect res and basically make it a coin flip on any debuff that comes into her. That sounds kind of lewd, but yeah, there's her extended stats, and then going by taking a look at Lynx's extended stats. So yeah, 34% outgoing healing boost, because I believe I have outgoing healing boost as the main stat for her body piece. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, a little bit of a outgoing healing boost there. I don't know how she has 36% EHR. Where the hell is she getting this from? But she has an enormous amount of effect res, and I love this. It makes me laugh every time, anytime one of the, you know, that sanction robot, that that Shinjo sanction robot that fucking like stabs your characters with his like big ass rod. No, that's not suggestive at all now, is it? And then imprisons them. I laugh every time he targets that thing targets my links, and she's like, haha, funny. And then and the words effect res comes over her head. Take that, bitch. But yeah, 83% effect res, very nice. And naturally, she has S5 perfect timing. Initially, I prepared this light cone for her. The warmth shortens cold nights, because it has her on her, so it's like, hey, must be good on her. But I decided, at some point, I got multiple copies of perfect timing, and I did tell myself that eventually, when I did get an S5 copy of perfect timing, I would use that on a healer at some point, or it's at least some sort of support. Well, actually, you know, it's abundance, so obviously a healer. So I was like, I'm gonna have to run this on a healer at some point, and I was like, oh wait a minute, I can use it on links, and so there you go. So yeah, S5 perfect timing gives the user 32% extra effect res, which is insane, and increase their outgoing healing boost by 45% of their total effect res. So that's really good too. Or it caps up to 27%. So yeah, I really like this one. Not only that, but you can imagine I'm also running her with 2-piece broken keel, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So her trace tree is almost fully maxed out. Obviously, the last level here requires Tracks of Destiny, but as a 4-star, she can go all the way up to level 9 at least. So that's pretty good. But yeah, everything else is unlocked. Everything else is max level. She just needs a Tracks of Destiny. She just needs Tracks of Destiny, but obviously I'm kind of saying them for other people right now. And let's go deep dive into her relics real quick. Obviously, she's running with how fast she is. It wouldn't surprise. I don't think it'll surprise you to know that she runs 4-piece. I run 4-piece speed set on her, along with the 2-piece broken keel. So yeah. In case you're wondering, yes, I was told that the 4-piece speed set where when the user uses their ultimate on an ally, yes, Lynx's ultimate should work too, because even if it's AoE, because technically it fulfills the whole like, oh, she's using her ultimate on her teammates. So yeah, even though it says on an ally, yeah, the AoE nature of her ultimate doesn't really change that. So 4-piece speed is still viable on her, thankfully. So yeah, deep dive into her relics individually. I remember her relics rolling pretty well actually. So I think this one rolled once into defense percent, I think. But yeah, HP, speed, EHR, mainly roll into speed and HP. I'm pretty sure this feels like a 3-line start. So 1, 2, 2, 1. Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, visor is decent. A little bit of HP, a little bit of speed. Always nice. Let's see. These are our gloves. HP. 2 rolls into HP, I think. Either 2 or 1 or 2. Probably 2. 1 roll into defense percent, a little bit of speed as well, and then even more effect res. That's always very nice. You love to see that. These are her boots. Speed, obviously. Or speed, naturally. Unfortunately, this one rolled like 3 times in the flat HP, so that kind of blows. But at least it rolled, at least it got a little bit more HP percent, and then a little bit of effect res. Obviously, this would have been nice if her flat HP rolls went to even more HP percent, or better yet, even more effect res, so that way she can have even more of a closer to perfect effect res stats, or as much as possible anyway. This is her outgoing healing boost main stat body. Again, roll twice or 3 times, probably only twice, into flat HP, once to regular attack. Was it 2-1-1-1? Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, the only stat that's relevant here is obviously the effect res, but at least it got some, so can't really complain too much. HP rope, because I'm kind of considering actually moving her to ER rope, to be honest with you, because I do feel like sometimes with how low Lynx's healing is, sometimes I feel like maybe I want to make her get her ultimate make her get her ultimate faster. I haven't really had a major issue with Link so far. And whatever mistakes I make with Links, I usually can. It's usually a sign of me not playing well. So literally skill issue. It's more of a skill issue with me and not so much with Links. But at the same time, yeah, I do sometimes wish that Links could heal a little bit more. But yeah, oh well. It's something that I gotta deal with, and so far I'm dealing with it pretty well. But in any case, she's running HP rope for now, and then a little bit of effect res. Honestly, I don't know. This is the best rope that I could get. So I'm thankful I at least rolled once into effect res, if nothing else. Maybe I can look for a better one, but then again, what would a better one even look like? Maybe ER with HP %, speed, and effect res, I guess. But in any case, and again, HP planar, so flat HP, a little bit of crit rate. Lots of effect EHR. Oh, yeah, this is where she's getting the majority of her EHR from. If only it went into her effect res stats in the stat instead. So actually, maybe her rolls didn't. Maybe her stats didn't roll as well as I thought. Never mind. But in any case, this is what she's working with, and I'm broadly happy with it. There's some things that I could definitely improve though, but it is what it is. I only rolled for one copy of Link's back when I was rolling for Fushuan, or I ended up only getting one copy when I was rolling for Fushuan. I got her E1 when I was rolling for Jinglu. I think she showed up. Her E1 copy showed up when I was rolling for, who is it? My Jinglu's light cone actually. So I was kind of random, but hey, I'll take it. So, but yeah, definitely this will definitely help. With my concerns that she sometimes doesn't heal quite enough. So, but yeah, I'm still really happy with my current Link's build. It's been a real blast running her on a perfect timing build with a heavy emphasis on effect res. Cause yeah, it's hilarious seeing enemies try to debuff her and seeing effect res. And she just says nope to all the debuffs that are coming her way. So, it's a lot of fun. Anyways, didn't mean to exit out of there. Finally, we have our newest character as of like 2 days ago or something, 2 or 3 days ago. Jinglu. So, here she is. Let's see. These are her stats that I've got her right now. Just south of 4,000 HP. Quite a bit. Excuse me. Quite a bit of attack, 2,400, and 130 speed. My Jinglu is pretty fast, and she's got 35 crit rate and then 223.9% crit damage. And these are her extended stats. 24% break effect, 31% EHR, and 10% a little bit of effect res. So these are just her base stats, and the main two things that change are her crit rate and obviously her crit damage. I guess it's 3. So these two, obviously her crit stats and her effect res, because her first bonus ability gives her 35% extra effect res. So in reality, she should be having like 46% EHR, not EHR, effect res. At least when she's in her enhanced state, which should be, most of the time anyway. So, yeah, more often than not, she'll have 45% effect res, and that effect res has come in handy quite a bit. And she's been able to. I've seen my Jinglu already be able to resist a lot of debuffs that were coming her way while she was enhanced. So. Definitely, honestly, her 2 other bonus abilities are kind of whack. If I can show you here, yeah. While in spectral transmigration state increases her ultimate damage at 20%. Like, it's not nothing, but like she kind of wants to focus on her skill damage when she's ulted, or not ulted, when she's enhanced. That and her sword champion, after using transcendent flash, her next action will be advanced forward by 10%. Again, this isn't nothing, but like it just helps her get to her enhanced state faster, which again isn't nothing. But I personally would preferred if it buffed her, like, I don't know, made her enhanced skill do even more damage or something like that. That would be a lot. You would be able to notice that a lot more. But these are the bonus abilities that she got, and so because of that, I think that her first bonus ability is one that you start with, by the way, or at least you don't need to unlock with the Track of Destiny. It's the first one you have access to, typically. This one's her best because it actually helps her in her transmigration state in like a big way. So, Although to be fair, now that I think about it, I shouldn't really be, you know, disregarding her 20% ultimate extra ultimate damage either. So probably shouldn't underestimate that, but even still, I kind of wish it like buffed her enhanced skill instead, because most of her damage is coming from that. I don't think it'd be controversial to say. At least I hope not. So yeah, her talent, because it's at level 8 currently, I do plan on triple, or I guess tracking her out, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I do plan on maxing her out. So currently at level 8, it gives her a 47% extra crit rate. So she should be getting 81% crit rate or something around that, 80 plus crit rate. And her crit damage should go all the way up to like 250, 260%. So yeah, her crit stats are looking absolutely busted, or cracked, I should say. That's a better term for that. And again, her effect res should be going up to like 45, 46%. So she is a beast for sure, both in lore and in gameplay. And obviously she's got her light cone, again, E0 S1. So very nice, very nice. Again, fully unlocked track, or trace tree, not track. Trace tree, got everything there. Again, I plan on feeding her tracks of destiny whenever they're available. And then finally, relics. Deep dive into her relics real quick. 4-piece ice, perfect for her. Extra ice damage and extra crit damage, because it's not like she needs crit rate. And then 2-piece brutal arena. Originally, I had her on 2-piece space ceiling station, but then while I was streaming, one of my viewers was like, "You should probably switch her over to Rudolent Arena instead." I was like, you know what? I think I'll do that, and so I did. So yeah, very nice to see there. And because her talent is giving her freaking almost 50% extra crit rate, and her crit rate goes all the way up to like 80 plus %, then yeah, then at that point, obviously, Rudolent Arena will be, you know, the 70% threshold will be reached, and I don't have to worry about not being able to hit it. So there you go. So yeah, 4-piece ice with the 2-piece Rudolent Arena. Here's her visor, a little bit of attack, 1 roll into defense %, which sucks, but it rolled 3 times in the crit damage, baby. So hell yeah, and it even rolled once into effect res, so that's nice. What else? These are her gloves. Quite a bit of crit damage here, a little bit of effect res, a little bit of attack, a little bit of defense. These are speed boots. Unfortunately, these are the only decent speed boots I can get. Thankfully, I think this thing rolled like 2 or 3 times into crit rates. So I got very lucky with this. So even though it rolled like twice into flat HP, hey man, 10% crit rate, I'll fucking take it. Originally, I ran her with crit rate body. But then, yet again, another chat viewer of mine was like, another stream viewer of mine was like, how about you try her out with crit damage? I don't think you need crit rate. So I was like, you know what? I think I'll do that. And so I did, and I was like, wait a minute, yeah, I absolutely don't need to run crit rate body on her, because she's overstacking crit rate at that point. And so yeah, ever since that chatter, the viewer pointed that out to me, I was like, all right, I'm gonna switch over to her crit damage and, you know, take her from there. So yeah. A little bit of a crit rate, a little bit of EHR, a little bit of a break effect. I actually don't even know if she even needs any EHR in the first place, because I'm pretty sure when you break enemies with ice characters, they automatically freeze them. It's like it ignores their effect res or something. I've never seen an enemy not get frozen whenever I break them with like Pella and now more recently Jinglu. So it's like I'm pretty sure Jinglu can't freeze people outside of breaking them. So it's like at that point, and because the freeze at that point when you break them is guaranteed, it's like, well, what does she even need what does she even need EHR for? So I don't know. Maybe you guys can answer why you would still need effect res, or not effect res, EHR at that point. I keep mixing up effect res and EHR. Anyways, here's her rope. She's got an attack % rope. I did run her with energy regen rope. I actually don't think it's that bad. But then again, when I'm using, now that I've switched her, or I had an energy rope when I was still using her with 2-piece space ceiling station, and I didn't think it was that bad. But now that I switch her over to attack %, I kind of can't even feel a difference, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like my Jinglu can reach her ultimate while she's enhanced just as well as she could with an energy regen rope. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, but yeah. I'm running her with the attack %. It's probably the way to go. I mean, the vast majority of DPSs in Star Rail don't even want energy regen anyway. So it's like, what do you even need energy regen on that for? Honestly, I think you only need energy regen on certain supports like Bronya, I guess. I mean, it's not like she needs any other main stats, so might as well run energy rope on her. On Bronya, Pella, a couple others, mainly your support characters, obviously whose ultimates are really important. So yeah. In any case, my Jingliu has an attack percent rope there, along with some crit damage. Again, more EHR and more break effect. And then finally, here's a planar ice boost, a little bit of crit rate, a little bit of EHR, a little bit of HP. Obviously, this could be a lot better, but you know, farming planars is one pain in the ass. So obviously, I don't want to do it. Nobody does, I'm assuming. And finally, like I said earlier, she's only E0. So there you go. So yeah, very happy with all our new characters so far. So let's talk about the rest of my account, starting with Silverwolf, because I mentioned her earlier when I was going over Fushun. So finally, I have now that Fushun's here, and I gave her her own speed boots. I actually had 2 pairs of speed boots, quantum speed boots, in the background or on the back burner. And I waited on giving Silverwolf one because I wanted to give my Fushun one that she needed to like round out her stats in case she needed one or the other. And so once I gave that to her, once I gave one of them to her, I gave the other one immediately to Silverwolf. So now she's finally, like I've always wanted, English is hard. Like I have wanted her to be for a couple months now. She's finally on a proper speed set. With 134 speed, so that's very nice. It's very nice feeling now. And now even her crit stats actually look a little bit better. I mean, 54 to 102 or 102, better looking crit stat line at least. But yeah, she's got 3300 HP, lots of attack, 134 speed, 54.8% CR, and 102.4 CD. A little bit of break effect. Kind of wish this were a little bit higher, but oh well. Just how the substats rolled, I guess. And she's got a 58% EHR, very good. She's at E2, so yeah, this is more. This should be more. That should be more than enough. And then she's got her Lycon, obviously. And yeah, like I said before, I do plan on giving her 2 more tracks of Destiny at some point to max her completely. And these are relics. Obviously, I changed her boots, so now she's got speed main stat with a double crit. HP and defense. This is an old speed. These are old speed boots, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, this could be a lot better, but it's the best one I got for now. Again, her body piece could be also a lot better too. Crit rate, no crit damage. It's honestly, this kind of blows. So I'll probably do another. I'll probably grind Quantum Cavern, like a degen again at some point. See if I can get a better one. I'm pretty sure her gloves and her visor are the same from before, so yeah, I don't think I've touched those. And then finally, I gave her a proper, what is it, two-piece ornament set, because before I just had 2 off pieces, and so I decided to go with the 2-piece spacing station because I like running my Silverwolf as a DPS. So there you go. This is what a rope looks like, attack percent. A little bit of crit rate. I honestly don't mind the fact that it rolled a lot into HP stats, so that way she's a little bit tankier at least, because she has what, like 3300 HP, whereas normally she'd only have like 3000. And then finally, of course, the quantum damage boost. I believe she always had this planar. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm pretty sure she always had this planar. It's either that or it was a secondhand one that I just had lying around. So, but yeah, that's that. So that is my Silverwolf, and of course she's at E2. Okay, so other than her, Pella, I haven't really changed much. I'm pretty sure I've already shown you how I switched over to a 4-piece thief instead, rather than I switched over to 4-piece thief instead of 4-piece 4-piece musketeer. Though to be fair, unfortunately, this means that I don't know why one of my streams on my second PC just automatically unmuted itself. Fucking Twitch. But yeah, this does mean, because I'm no longer running her with the 4-piece musketeer, this does mean that she's not getting the extra break effect thingy from her from 2-piece banditry, though it's only 145. So technically I could try looking for, I don't know, I could look for another piece and try to see if it rolls speed, like this one here. Like, I could try to look for another EHR body and then see if it rolls at least once at the speed. So that way she can fulfill the second half of the extra, get the extra 20% break effect. So yeah, I'll update you guys once if I can or once I find another EHR body piece for her. I mean, hell, we can try looking for her right now. Looking for one right now, though I doubt I even have one. Let's see. Yeah, here's an EHR one, but no speed. Here's another one, but yeah, no speed. Another one, but no speed. So yeah, another one. This one's double crit even, but yeah, no speed. So yeah, maybe I'll try fishing for one that has a speed substat and then see how it rolls, I guess, because it does still need to roll once another time into speed for me to hit 145. So, but yeah, that's that for my Pella. Oh, and before not quite yet. I just realized like earlier this week, like yesterday, that I hadn't worked on her ability levels at all, and so yeah, I took like yesterday and the day before to farm nihility materials and credits to get her abilities all leveled up. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure before she was only working with like a level 4 basic and then like a level 8 ultimate and everything else. So yeah, I just need to wait. I just need to wait for next week for my Echoes of War Echoes of War runs to refresh, so that way I can farm more of these Guardian's Lament things. I can finally get this one to level 11, her talent. So there you go. I believe I got a couple others here that I've been working on. I don't think I've shown you guys my Clara. I have finally built my Clara, so this is her stat. These are her stats now. 4,000, almost 4,000 HP, 3,200 attack, only 115 speed. Like, I tried really hard to get her to get her a relic that has a little bit more speed to it, because I'm running her with 2-piece space sealing station. But goddamn, Clara has to be the one with the lowest amount of speed in the game, because I think 90 is the lowest amount of speed you can have for any character, base speed anyway. So, yeah, and none of her relics rolled speed at all. So yeah, that kind of fucking blows. So yeah, she's kind of missing, under normal circumstances, she's kind of missing the second half of her attack buff from Space Sealing Station. I'm gonna try to fix that, but until then, this is what she's got to work with. But anyway, she's got 58% crit rate with 120% crit damage. These are her extended stats. 23, a little bit of break effect. What else? A little bit of EHR, though I don't know how much she really needs that. A little bit of effect res. Physical damage boost, obviously. And then I've had something irreplaceable for a very long time. I think this is one of the first 5-star Lycones I ever got when starting out, when I first picked up Star Rail, or when it first came out. So yeah, finally, after months of not building Clara, I finally got around to doing it. And so yeah, now she has it. So, and then Traces maxed out again, minus tracks, the usual. These are her relic sets again, 4-piece physical with 2-piece space sealing station. Double crit EHR effect res on her visor. Visor's very good. Definitely one of her best relics. Her gloves again, double crit, lot of crit rate along with crit damage and break effect. A little bit of HP, doesn't hurt. Again, speed boots, rolled mostly into flat HP and crit damage. Pretty sure this is what, 2-2-1 probably, something like that. 2-2-1, or I don't know. 1-2-1, because I know that the max roll for flat HP is 42, so this might even be a 1-2-2 instead. But anyways, crit rate body. I actually used to use this on my Luca, I think, either my Luca or somebody else. But yeah, I took it off whoever was using it at the time, and then just gave it to my Clara instead. So yeah, crit rate, a little bit of crit damage. Obviously, I kind of wish it rolled more into break and rolled more into crit damage, but because yeah, I rolled mostly into break effect instead. This is her rope, attack percent rope, crit damage, effect res, and then finally physical damage, planar, attack, crit damage. So yeah, kind of wish I had one more crit roll, so that way I can have a little bit better 1 to 2 crit rate to crit damage ratio for like 60 to 120 or something like that. But this is good enough. She is only E0. I've only ever rolled Clara once, and so yeah. I now can use Clara, and she's been a lot of fun. I see why people spoke so highly of her at the beginning of the game. So, there you go. Alright, now, for the other characters, I've been working on March, so she's now level 80. I'm kind of wondering what kind of light cone I want to commit her to. For now, I think I'm running her, I think I'll run her with, whatchamacallits, I'll run her with day 1. But I do want to run her kind of like how I want to run a DPS Fushuan, or I built my Fushuan for DPS. I kind of want to do the same for March too, because it's not like I really need to build her as a tank. So yeah, I believe her ultimate, for whatever reason, even though her shield scales off of defense, her ultimate damage scales off of attack. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, deals ice damage equal to this much of her own attack. So, yeah, fuck defense. All my homies hate defense, so I'll probably give her a more offensively oriented relic set and stats for her to do, you know, some damage with her ultimate. So, there you go, just like Fushuan. Unfortunately, I don't have any relics ready for her right now, so she's still a work in progress. Let you guys know when building her is done. She is E6 though, so may as well try to use her at some way. Luca, he's been roughly built. He's not done yet, as you can see here. But I do have the rest of his trace tree unlocked for what that's worth. He also has a level 70 resolution light cone. Though, to be fair, I kind of want to run him with something else. Maybe like, what is it? The Good Night and Sleep Ball light cone instead. But yeah. Because if you want to run Resolution or the Pearls light cone, then you're kind of running, who is it? You're kind of running Luca as more of a support rather than a DPS. But in any case, yeah, I may switch this out, but you know, I'll probably get to max level anyway. Traces still need a little bit of work. Let's see. I was finally able to find a replacement crit rate body piece for Luca. I just got to get it leveled up. Otherwise, I need to give him a proper, what is it, 2-piece ornament set. It'll probably be like, you know, 2-piece space ceiling station like usual. But yeah. Could definitely work on his relics though, because I don't think his stats are that good. Alright, I built Sampo as well, so he's now level 80. And these are his stats, obviously. Crit stats don't really matter on him. He's got a little bit of break effect. 74% EHR. I know he needs quite a bit in order to guarantee his wind shears, so hopefully this is enough. And he's got almost 30% effect res, actually, which is kind of surprising. And of course, wind damage boost. I did roll a couple more copies of Goodnight and Sleep Ball over the months, so enough to give Sampo his own S5 copy. I'm not sure if Goodnight and Sleep Ball is supposed to be better than what is it, Eyes of the Prey. But yeah, this is what I'm using. And yeah, his trace tree is all maxed out, with the exception of tracks, of course. And these are his relics. For his relics, I decided to go for double two-piece sets. So yeah, 2-piece Musketeer, 2-piece, what is it? 2-piece, Eagle. Neither of the 4-star sets, or 4-piece sets for either, Musketeer or Eagle line, really appealed to me, at least not in the context of Sampo. So yeah, I just decided to be like, whatever, fuck it, I'll just run both, double 2-piece, sets. So yeah, there you go. And I believe, I think Sampo's relics were the ones that rolled really, really well. So yeah, as you can see here, visor, or hat, I should say, rolled like 3 or 4 times into attack percent, which is insane. A little bit of EHR there too, so that didn't hurt nobody. This is ring again, another 1 or 2 rolls into attack percent, 1 roll into EHR, and then 1 or 2 rolls into effect res. There you go. Oh, I just realized that Crony stream is starting because they're having an Age of Empires tournament going on or something like that. So yeah, I'll watch that after I'm done with this recording. But that's Sampo's hat, and then this is his ring. He's got speed boots, naturally, with even more attack percent. But yeah, unfortunately I rolled like twice or 3 times my HP, but hey, I'd rather have him get more HP than, you know, crit damage or defense, I guess. So I guess it's not that bad, Copium. EHR main body, with 1 or 2 rolls to attack percent, a little bit of speed, and then some break effect, which is nice. And moving on to his ornaments, attack percent. Roll, I think, once or twice into flat defense, which sucks, but oh well. A little bit of break effect, effect res, and then speed. And then finally, his planar, wind damage boost, attack percent. A lot of speed, holy shit. Reminds me of one of my Weltz's relics, honestly. And then effect res, so there you go. So thanks to that planar with like 9 speed as a substat, yeah, he's absurdly fast at 143. Or at least, that's absurdly fast to me. I know there are characters out there, people out there who've built their characters to even higher speed, like 160 or even 200. But hey, 143 is really high to me, so yeah. Deal with it. In any case, I believe I've already gone over my Yukong's kit. Same with Tingyun. Asta, I've been working on as well, because I realized the other gay. Did I just say realized the other gay? Okay, sorry about that. But yeah. Just like my Pella, I realized that I hadn't really worked on my Asta's ability levels at all. So yeah, I've been working on that too. I'll try to get this all the way maxed out, and then eventually, once I have more tracks of Destiny, I want to unlock this as well, gain access to her other 2 stats. So yeah, hopefully that'll help her perform a little bit better. I've also maxed out my Herta, because word on the leak street is that we are getting a couple new artifact sets, and I believe 2 new ornament sets. So that kind of implies a new World 8 simulated universe run. So that's good. And yeah, one of the artifact sets, or one of the relic sets that was leaked for 1.5 is a dedicated follow-up attack set. And so apparently that should work pretty well with Herta. And so yeah, I've been working on Herta here. And so yeah, been building her. Level 80. Her light cone is fully developed, but yeah, she doesn't have a full relic set yet, so that's why her stats look really scuffed right now. I do plan on building her as a DPS, so there you go. She's not, like I said, just like literally 5 seconds ago. I just haven't. I'm waiting for waiting for 1.5 to come out so I can farm those the new follow-up attack set for her. But yeah, I've given her an S5 Birth of the Self, buffs her follow-up attack even more. And then Trace has been working steadily on her Traces. Again, her 2 unlockable bonus abilities I don't have unlocked yet because they need tracks of Destiny. But yeah, I've been working a little bit on her thingies here, her Traces. Again, I'll focus on working on her kit again once it gets closer to 1.5. So yeah, her orbital relics I'm leaving blank for now, but obviously I'm giving her 2-piece inert Salsoda for the extra follow-up attack and ultimate damage. Like, this is basically perfect for Herta. So there you go. And I got one that's at attack percent and ice damage boost. Kind of wish I could find a better ice damage boost. Maybe I'll be able to find one in the weeks leading up to 1.5. And she's E6 as well, so yeah, I'd like to use them. Why do I keep exiting out of my character roster on accident? Now, everybody else is not yet level 80, but I have been ascending them almost at random, in part to pick up their boarding tickets, their regular ones anyway. And I'm starting to seriously gear up to get everybody leveled and geared and shit like that. So yeah. slowly starting to work on that. I'm trying to get Sushang. I think the next character I'm going to level up to 80 is Sushang, followed by Qingche, and I'll see who else I want to level up past that point. But yeah, Sushang and Qingche are definitely high on my priority list to get to level 80. So I'll let you guys know what the progress is on that. And yeah, I think that's about it. At least for carriages and whatnot. So yeah, so I think that's it for this Wales log for Star Rail. I gotta get going, so yeah. Take care. We'll see you guys next month. Probably another 2 weeks late. Peace.